What happens if you throw an engine from the top of a building? It'll break, right? But if you throw one of the engines in this video, they'll survive and still give you the performance of a lifetime because these will last you forever. Between the years 1961 and 2002, the Ford Windsor 5.8 was one of the most iconic and enduring powertrains in the motor world. Fun fact, it was named after the Windsor plant in Ontario, Canada, where it was manufactured. Ever since then, Ford owners have been on a blast with the V8. Mustangs, F-150s, and even some of the Mercury models are shining with the Windsor V8 because of how it's so lightweight and compact. Out of all of its variants, the most popular one is probably the 5.0 liter, which was in almost every muscle car during the 1970s and 1980s. As for the lifespan, yeah, 200,000 miles is easy with everyday use. Maintain it properly, and an engine from the 80s can still roar in the 2000s and 20s. Fords aside, the Honda B series is known to be that family of inline-4 engines that were famous in the 1980s and 1990s. Think of them as the Windsor V8's competition, because as of 1989, the B series were taking over the Honda world. The Civic and Integra models were rocking the dual overhead camshaft design and variable valve timing and lift electronic control technology. Both of these shiny new innovations improved performance across different RPM ranges. As for the horsepower, the B18C variant in the Acura Integra Type R produced up to 195. The B series engines can go well over 300,000 miles with regular maintenance. The engineering of this thing pushed Honda cars to be at the top of the food chain that we see today. Next up, the Volvo Red Block deserves to be in the top 10 for sure. The iconic series of inline-4 and inline-5 engines from 1974 to the early 1990s were known for their durability and reliability. The distinguishing feature was probably the red paint that made the engine look like big blocks under the hood of the car. The 240 series and 640 series had cast iron blocks and aluminum cylinder heads. Of course, they were built to last. The red block engines were most famous to withstand high mileage, up to 300,000 miles, without a single complaint as long as users did regular maintenance. The support network also allowed drivers to modify and enhance the performance of these engines easily. The next few engines may sound weak, but they're some of the best ones you can get for durability and simplicity. The Fiat 875 cubic centimeter Twin Air is a compact turbocharged 2-cylinder engine that makes sure you feel an efficient and innovative experience. It was introduced in 2010 and was very successful in designing a smaller and environmentally friendly engine without doing any harm to the overall performance of the vehicle. The horsepower is just 85, making the compactness of the whole thing very apparent. It's a simple car and serves a simple purpose. It asks for less and gives you a lot more than you can ask for in everyday use. The Twin Air uses tech like Multi-Air, which basically optimizes valve timing and improves combustion efficiency. Both performance and CO2 emissions are kept under check with Multi-Air, so again, giving you a lot more than you asked for. Next up, we'll be looking at a comparatively higher performance engine, the BMW 4.4 liter Valvetronic. Whenever something has the word tronic in it, you just know it's engineered by some of the world's greatest. Since the early 2000s, the BMW 7 Series and X5 have probably been the most luxurious driving experiences ever. The twin turbocharged V8 engine produces between 400 and 600 horsepower, depending on the model and tuning. The Valvetronic system allows for precise control of the intake valves, meaning the air intake for improved efficiency and throttle response is heavily optimized. The aluminum alloy block and heads add to its lightweight yet durable design. Listen, this thing will last. An engine from the early 2000s is still being used to this day. Moving on to the Honda 1.0 liter 1MA, a hybrid powertrain that did wonders for Honda's fuel efficiency mission, is the perfect addition to the list. This compact engine combines a traditional gasoline engine with an electric motor to enhance overall performance while reducing emissions and harming the environment. Shifting between electric and gasoline power proved to be incredibly fuel efficient during city driving. The IMA technology itself focuses on regenerative braking. This means it captures energy lost during braking and uses it to recharge the battery that powers the electric motor. While the B series prioritized power and efficiency, the IMA looked at the innovative side of engineering. Honda truly upped its game with this engine. The warranty is confident that the battery and engine will last 10 years or over 150,000 miles, and if properly maintained, it can last a lot longer. Alright, time to get a little serious now. Let's start the top 4 with the Ford 300 Straight 6, also known as the 4.9-liter engine. This thing isn't an engine, it's actually a power plant that's been getting good reviews since 1965. It's strong against wear and tear and has an impressive torque output for an engine and vehicle like that. With the proper maintenance and regular visits to the mechanic, an engine like this can easily exceed over 400,000 miles. That sounds like a pretty high amount, but for the sake of this video, let's not keep this in the top 3. After all, the 4.9-liter is common in trucks, which is cheating since this is all about the best car engines. So the Honda K-Series knocks most engines out of the park. Since 2001, the K-Series included various inline-4 engines with displacements ranging from 1.5 to 2.4 liters. Some of the best and most well-known Honda models had this beauty installed in them. The Civic Si, Accord, and CR-V all roared the streets with a K-Series engine. The standout feature in this was IV Tech, which is very popular and upgraded as of 2024. In case you don't know, the intelligent variable timing and lift electronic system optimizes valve timing for improved performance across different RPM ranges. Oh, and fuel efficiency is maintained through and through. When talking about power, the K20 produces up to 200 horsepower. For an engine built in 2001, to give that much in 2024 says a lot. This thing probably has a lot more life in it left. A lot of owners say this engine can go well over 200,000 miles, but in all honesty, it can probably go way over that. It's got both aluminum alloys and forged steel in the design. A bullet couldn't even hurt this thing. Ah yes, the Mercedes-Benz OM617. Couldn't make a video without including a Benz, right? This legendary inline-5 diesel engine was produced from 1974 to 1985 and is still used in models like the W123 series and a few W116. The craziest part of the OM617, owners say that they've run this engine over 500,000 miles. And no major issues either. This is what happens when your beast of an engine uses simple tools to make repairs easy, but also uses the smartest engineers to create an efficient work of art. As for the power, the OM617 produces around 65 to 125 horsepower. Sure, this isn't as crazy as today's standards, but manufacturers today are still trying to mimic the success that the OM617 had. But as we all know, Toyota is 100 steps ahead of every other company out there. The JZ engine family is a series of inline-6 engines that are legends in the motor world. It was available in the market in the early 90s after replacing the older M-Series engines and was produced until 2007. Two of the most popular and successful variants are the 1JZ and 2JZ. The 1JZ engine, specifically the 1JZ GTE, is a 2.5-liter twin turbocharged powerhouse that produces around 280 horsepower and a lot more torque than you can imagine. The 1JZ variants can go hundreds and thousands of miles above the expected limit. The 2JZ, on the other hand, just as good and just as powerful. The 3.0-liter twin turbocharged engine runs at 276 horsepower, with some versions going over 300, which made the Toyota Supra MK4 a fan favorite. Both the 1JZ and 2JZ engines feature advanced technologies such as variable valve timing in later models. They've got both power and durability. These are the kind of engines that just won't die, no matter how hard you use them. But are these the only great engines in the market built for durability and reliability? What are your opinions? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below and be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.